Hello everyone, welcome back to Excel Learning. My name is Abhishek Saw and this is your digital learning platform. Today I have brought the second part of A Face in the Dark by Ruskin Bond, one of my favorite authors. So I believe you all have watched the last video, you have understood the point what I would like to express over there and found the video quite interesting, the explanation also along besides the storyline. Now in this second part we will do the rest of this particular story, but before that one, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, press the bell icon for regular updates. So The Face in the Dark by Ruskin Bond. In the previous video what we have read that Mr. Oliver is an Anglo-Indian teacher. He teaches in an English public school. Every day after school he comes to Shimla Bazaar. He strolls over there, spends quite a couple of hours with himself, and then he returns back to school through a pine forest where everyone takes the main road. Mr. Oliver takes the pine forest only, and he always carries a torch. He is not an imaginative or nervous kind of person. On that particular day, the battery of the torch was running down, and when Mr. Oliver was passing through the pine forest, he encountered a figure sitting alone on a rock in that particular jungle. Mr. Oliver asked what happened. At first he became curious, who is that boy, okay, and then he asked what happened, but he did not get any reply, he did not get any answer. Then Mr. Oliver asked once again. He too at that time didn't get any answer. So Mr. Oliver thought that he must be a miscreant or a rogue. And then Mr. Oliver moved closer to the boy and he found the boy appeared to be crying. Okay, and when he found the boy appeared to be crying, he felt uneasy that वो बच्चा रो क्यों रहा है अकेला वो जंगल में बैठ के. Why was the boy crying? Now next, well, what's the matter? He asked, his anger giving way to concern. What are you crying for? So his anger giving way to concern. Please underline this particular sentence, and it means Mr. Oliver is kind-hearted. At first he asked very strictly, right, why was he crying, but then when he found that the boy, what was the boy doing over here, at first he asked, but when he found the boy was appeared to be crying, then he became very soft, he became very friendly to the boy, and he asked that क्या हुआ, आप रो क्यों रहे हो, तुम रो क्यों रहे हो, what are you crying for? The boy would not answer or look up. His body continued to be wrecked with silent sobbing. So Mr. Oliver asked him. He did not get any answer. Then Mr. Oliver's anger giving way to concern, then also he didn't get any answer. Okay, the boy was crying, appeared to be crying, his body was shaking with his silent sobbing. Silent sobbing, another keyword. Come on boy, you should not be out here at this hour. Tell me the trouble. So Mr. Oliver is very friendly teacher, we can say, because two words, see, two phrases like come on and tell me the trouble. Mr. Oliver wanted to know the boy's trouble somehow, so that somehow he would be able to make some solution to that, to his problems. So come on boy, मुझे बताओ तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम क्या है, अगर मैं सॉल्व कर सकूँ तो मैं सॉल्व कर दूंगा, कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन तुम रो क्यों रहे हो. So Mr. Oliver tried to make a friendly atmosphere to the boy. The boy looked up. He took his hand from his face and looked up at his teacher. Up at his teacher, please circle the term. What is the meaning up at his teacher? See, the boy was sitting here and Mr. Oliver was standing. Okay, so the boy was doing like this, he was crying like this. Right now, finally the boy took his hand from his head and the boy looked up at his teacher. That means Mr. Oliver was his teacher, right? So right, just now we have got the point. The boy was familiar to Mr. Oliver, or the boy might be from that particular school where Mr. Oliver teaches. So he looked up at his teacher. The light from Mr. Oliver's torch fell on the boy's face. If you could call it a face, climax, if you could call it a face, then as soon as the boy looked up at his teacher, the light of Mr. Oliver's torch fell on the boy's face. Now the author बोल रहा है कि अगर आप उसे एक फेस बोल सकते हो, if you could call it a face. Why? It had no eyes, no ears, no nose or mouth. It was just a round smooth head with a skull cap on top of it, and that's where the story should end. But for Mr. Oliver, it didn't end here. So it was not a face at all. It was completely featureless face. The face had no eyes, no ears, no mouth, no lips, nothing. It was a round, complete round head, and the cap was there. So, and here, I mean, the story should end, but for Mr. Oliver, the story did not end here. Okay, it proceeded further. The torch fell from his trembling hand. Trembling hand, another keyword. See, at first in the earlier in this particular story, we have got that Mr. Oliver is not an imaginative person, but he is not a nervous person, but right now he is nervous, right? When he saw the featureless voice, featureless, faceless boy of that particular jungle, okay, in this particular pine forest, he became very scared and his hand was trembling and the torch fell from his trembling hand. Contradiction. He turned and scrambled down the path running blindly. At first, you see, first of all, it was the night, okay. Then अंधेरा वहाँ पे था, पूरा जंगल था, उसके ऊपर ऑलिवर का, मिस्टर ऑलिवर का जो टॉर्च का जो बैटरी है वो भी उस दिन खत्म हो रहा था, तो उनके हाथ में उस टाइम टॉर्च भी नहीं था. जो टॉर्च अगर था भी तो वो फेस देख के उनका टॉर्च जो उनका हाथ से गिरता. इट वॉज कंप्लीट डार्क. राइट नाउ वी आर इन कंप्लीट डार्क of this particular story, and Mr. Oliver was running. He started running, crying out for help after encountering that particular faceless boy through the trees and calling for help. He was still running towards the school building when he saw a lantern swinging in the middle of the path. So finally Mr. Oliver found someone, okay, and he saw that a lantern was swinging in the middle of the path. एक lantern जो लैम्प जो है वहाँ पे swing कर रहा था ऐसे. That means someone was holding that particular lantern middle of the path. Mr. Oliver stumbled up to the watchman gasping for breath. डर गया, वो एकदम डर गया, उसके ऊपर वो दौड़ रहा है वहां पे, राइट. सो दैट मीन्स द lantern was being held by the watchman of that particular school. So Mr. Oliver stumbled up to the watchman gasping for breath. What is it, Sahib? At first the watchman did not understand why was Mr. Oliver running, right? So he asked very calmly. The watchman asked very calmly, what had happened? तो क्या बात है, आप ऐसे क्यों दौड़ रहे हो? Asked the watchman, has there been an accident? Why are you running? Did you encounter any accident? Anything had happened over there? आप रो क्यों रहे हो? I saw something horrible. A boy weeping in the forest and he had no face. Mr. Oliver was completely out of breath. He could not even talk properly. He said that I encountered a boy in the jungle. एक बच्चे को मैंने देखा वहाँ पे, एक लड़का को मैंने वहाँ पे देखा. And the boy had no facial feature at all. No face, साहिब. कुछ भी नहीं था. Nothing. No eyes, nose, mouth, nothing. नहीं. No. He had no facial feature at all. No nose, no mouth, no ears, no eyes, nothing. Do you mean it was like this side? क्या आपको लगता है वो ऐसा फेस था? Asked the watchman and raised the lamp to his own face. पूछ के वो जो वॉचमैन था उस लंटन को धीरे धीरे अपनी फेस की तरफ उन्होंने उठाया. The watchman had no eyes, no ears, no features at all, not even an eyebrow. And that's when the wind blew the lamp featureless face over there. And then the watchman asked, कुछ भी नहीं था. उन्होंने कहा नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं था. Then the watchman asked, क्या वो ऐसा था? Was it like this, Sahib? Then he raised his the lamp slowly to his own face, and surprisingly, the watchman too had no nose, no eyes, no ears, no mouth. Even the watchman didn't have a single eyebrow. एक eyebrow भी नहीं था. वहीं पे that's when the wind blew the lamp out. वहीं पे हवा आया और उस लैम्प को एकदम बुझा के चला गया वहीं पे. The lamp was no more at that time. So see, the author has left us in complete suspense. अभी भी है जो एक जानने का मन कर रहा है कि फिर क्या हुआ. But no, this is the main characteristic of a short story. Okay, now few point I would like to tell you, like I already have told you Life magazine, about Life magazine. It's an American magazine published weekly until 1972 and it was found in 1883. मिस्टर ऑलिवर का जो कैरेक्टर है वो भी मैंने ऑलरेडी बता दिया आप लोगों को. एंग्लो इंडियन टीचर, ही वॉज नॉट एन इमेजिनेटिव नर्वस काइंड ऑफ पर्सन. ओके, एंड ही लव्स टू वर्क, ही वॉज वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट, ही वॉज वेरी सेंसिबल, ही वॉज काइंड हार्टेड, ही वॉज गुड एडवाइजर, ही वॉज फ्रैंक, everything. Now the main point is that the supernatural element of this particular story. See, how has the narrator used so many words to make it a supernatural story? Like in the first stanza, in the very first stanza we have got that late one night, second stanza the pine forest, third stanza sad eerie sound. Okay, then so all these things, all these words are there, and then Mr. Oliver encountered a boy, a figure in the jungle, and it was complete dark and the boy was sitting alone in that particular jungle. Okay, he was covering his face with his hand and he was crying. He was crying. तो सोचो कि आप एक जंगल से जा रहे हो, सिर्फ एक टॉर्च है आपके पास, अंधेरा है, हवा चल रहा है, ठीक है, उसके ऊपर सडनली आपने देखा कि एक कोई वहाँ पे जंगल पे बैठ के रो रहा है, तो कैसे एक फील होगा. सो very diplomatically and in a skillful manner the author has used all these words to make the supernatural story a natural one. All these are the elements of this particular story that have been used to make it a supernatural, to give us the sense of supernatural or paranormal kind of story. Okay, and now one more thing is that the justification of the title. It is very important. See, justification of the title. First of all, a face cannot be seen when it is dark. First point, a face cannot be seen when it is dark. But then also Mr. Oliver encountered a boy who was sitting alone in the pine forest and he was crying, right? Then he earlier in the story you have got Mr. Oliver is not an imaginative person, but when he encountered the face, he did not get scared at all. He started talking with that boy, right? Then when Mr. Oliver saw the face of that particular boy, he was scared. He was scared and started running, calling out for help. Then he found the watchman over there in the middle of the office path, and surprisingly the watchman too had no facial feature at all. So the term face is working a vital role in this particular story. The term face, when it is dark a face cannot be seen. The face encountered by Mr. Oliver was a featureless face, right? The face encountered the face of that boy. The face of that particular watchman encountered also a featureless face. So the face is playing an important role, and for this particular face only we have got a change in Mr. Oliver's characteristics. At first it has been told he was not an imaginative kind of person, but later the torch fell from his trembling hand. He was scared to have a glimpse of that particular boy's featureless face, and then only he started running. He found the watchman who too had no facial feature at all. So thus the title of this particular story is justified, a face in the dark, Ruskin Bond. So I hope you all have understood the point. Please do watch the video, all the videos. If you have not watched the previous one, please do watch. Write to me if you have any question to know, and I will try to answer you as soon as possible. Press the like button and comment. If you have not subscribed, do subscribe and press the bell icon for regular updates. आप चाहो तो मुझे आप डायरेक्ट मैसेज भी कर सकते हो. मेरा इंस्टाग्राम आईडी है excellearning_by_Abhishek. आप वहाँ पे मुझे डायरेक्ट DM भी कर सकते हो. अगर you have any problem regarding any chapter, I will try to post the explanation on this particular YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.